Welcome back. Today we are jumping right into a highly tactical explainer covering the answer short question task. Now, if you've been studying for this exam, you definitely know what it is, but you might not know exactly how to beat it. Well, today we are going to crack the code using the data right in front of us.
So what's the actual secret here? Look, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room right off the bat because honestly, your biggest assumption about this specific part of the exam is probably totally backward. Most people look at this, they see a microphone, and they instantly panic about their fluency, their pronunciation, and their overall speaking skills. But what if I told you that focusing on your speaking is absolutely the wrong approach?
Because get this, it's a listening test, not a speaking test. Take a close look at the actual scoring breakdown straight from the source data. See the speaking column? It's literally completely blank, 0 points. But under the listening column, that is where all the points live. The secret is out, guys. The system doesn't actually care about your fluency or your pronunciation here. It marks only your listening ability and whether you chose the appropriate word. It's purely about comprehension and word choice. Knowing this completely transforms how you need to prepare.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, the mechanics, knowing the interface.
Understanding how this software actually behaves is half the battle. During the real exam, you're going to face exactly 5 to 6 of these short questions. They'll come at you sequentially, one right after the other, and occasionally you might even see an image pop up on the screen to accompany the audio prompt.
And this is where things get intense. You are only given 10 seconds per question. That's a strict, fast-paced timer, and it really establishes an incredible sense of urgency. Because the window was so short, you have to listen carefully and focus entirely on the keywords in the audio. There is absolutely 0 time to daydream.
Let's walk through the precise sequence of what happens on your screen. First, the audio finishes playing. Second, the microphone opens and the status box changes to say recording. Step 3 is your moment. You must speak immediately. And finally, step 4, you finish speaking before the progress bar reaches the end and the status changes to completed. The crucial takeaway here is that there is no short tone or beep to cue you. The absolute second you see that word recording, you just have to start talking.
Moving right along to Section 2, the golden rules, do's and don'ts. These are your rapid-fire, highly actionable rules to keep you out of the common exam day traps. Rule number 1, don't be a sloth. Do not pause. If you're too slow, or if you just sit there pausing for too long while trying to think of the perfect word, the microphone will automatically cut you off and you'll be forced forward to the next screen. You simply cannot afford dead air. You have to keep the audio flowing the second that mic is hot.
Let's look at a really terrible exam strategy versus an ideal one. A notoriously bad strategy is trying to be overly polite or conversational. Never introduce your answer by repeating the question, and don't try to frame it in a full sentence. Extended, long-winded answers are definitely not what the system wants. The good strategy? Aim for 1 or 2 words maximum. Just keep it incredibly concise. But okay, what happens if you just completely freeze up? Here is your ultimate failsafe. Never, ever say, I don't know. Remember, this task scores your listening and appropriate word choice. If you say, I don't know, you are guaranteeing yourself 0 points. Instead, take a chance. Literally just repeat keywords you heard from the question itself. It might feel a little silly, but salvaging any related vocabulary is always a better strategy than just giving up. And once you've delivered that one-word answer, hit the next button immediately. Seriously, there's absolutely no point in waiting around watching the timer tick down. You can't replay the audio, and you can only record your response once. So the moment you have your answer out, maintain your momentum, keep your flow going, and just move right along. Okay, Section 3, let's do a rapid-fire practice round. I want to simulate this high-speed exam environment with you right now, just to show you exactly how simple the required vocabulary really is. Get ready to think fast. Here's your first prompt. What's a horse with a horn? The word recording pops up, and you instantly say, unicorn. Boom. That's it, just one word. No need to say, a horse with a horn is called a unicorn. You just say, unicorn. Next.
Question 2, coming right at you. What is the organ that pumps blood?
You see recording, and you say heart. Again, adhering to that strict one-word maximum rule. It's quick, it's precise. Next.
All right, final practice question. And this one presents a slightly more complex vocabulary challenge. What is the line where the sky meets the land?
For this one, the system actually accepts horizon or skyline. And this brilliantly shows that sometimes there are multiple acceptable right answers.
As long as your choice is accurate, concise, and spoken clearly, you secure those listening points.
Bringing it all home now with Section 4, Final Strategies for Success.
Before we wrap up, I want to recap the core foundation for beating this interface while keeping the big picture in mind. Number 1, listen carefully, focusing purely on the keywords in the audio. 2, be quick. Start recording immediately without waiting for any kind of tone. 3, be concise. Give just 1 or 2 words. And 4, be clear. Speak with a natural tone and don't rush your pronunciation, even when you're answering quickly. But keep this all in perspective. The source material explicitly notes that this task actually has a relatively insignificant impact on your overall score. You aren't going to make or break your entire exam right here.
Which leads us perfectly to this incredibly comforting quote straight from the source notes. Anything is better than nothing. If you feel test anxiety creeping up on you during this section, just let it go. Take a chance, throw a word out there. You literally have nothing to lose by guessing and moving on.
But I want to leave you with a final, kind of mind-blowing thought to wrap up this explainer. If this task isn't actually about speaking, and it's ultimately just a test of listening and word association, well then it's basically just a vocabulary test in disguise. The true preparation for the answer short question task doesn't actually happen in front of a microphone. It happens when you read. Expanding your vocabulary through daily reading is the real hidden metric for success here. So what are you going to read today to guarantee those points tomorrow? Thanks for joining me to break this all down. Keep studying, keep reading, and I'll catch you in the next one.